I'm good. Just, I kind of just woke up because I had such a long day on here yesterday. I think I also got a little sick, so I'm still recovering. I need my drink. What about you? You're fine. That's good. Sweet tea, come to me.
I thought I had fatty liver disease, but it's actually MASH, and it's scarring my liver.
Restifra treats MASH with moderate to advanced liver scarring without cirrhosis, along with diet and exercise. Restifra has accelerated FDA approval. Studies are ongoing to confirm benefit. It works directly in the liver. It helps reduce scarring and reduce MASH.
Before taking, tell your doctor about liver or gallbladder problems, or if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or plan to be. Serious side effects include liver injury, gallstones, gallbladder, pancreas inflammation. Stop taking and call your doctor about tiredness, nausea, vomiting, fever, rash, yellowing of your skin or eyes, stomach pain. Tell your doctor if taking Gemfibrozil, clopidogrel, or statins. Side effects include diarrhea, itching, dizziness, constipation.
Ask your liver specialist if Restifra can make a difference for you.
This trade was not particularly profitable for them for a number of reasons. Firstly, more slaves died at sea on their ships than on their rivals. Secondly, aligning their contract
Hmm.
purchase slaves with the fruits of the country, meaning that rivals
Ah,
were varying commodities, which of course they did, which often swayed. And thirdly, and most importantly, they discovered in finding the King of Spain, Queen Anne of England, and some other nobles got to claim 58% of the profit of each trading trade. Thus, the South Seas trade didn't yield any real wealth to those who had exchanged their government bonds for equities. But this didn't really matter much, as the trading Jolly were just valuing the company as a pure financial play based on the fact that the bonds was held. They didn't really expect much of the trading options, at least to begin with. In 1714, Queen Anne died, and her cousin George, a relatively remote German prince who had the advantage of being Protestant, was made King of England. A year later, the Tories lost in an election, and the Whigs were now back in power. All of this should have been bad for the South Sea Company, but the company had become important enough to the financial system that it managed to survive Harley's fall from political power. The company agreed to forget £1 million in payments due from the Treasury, making itself useful to the new leadership. The new leaders had their work cut out for them. Despite Harley's efforts to bring the nation's debts under control, Britain's finances were a tangled mess of loans that had been negotiated one by one as needed, some being lotteries, others annuities, and others being linked to distinct streams of revenue, like taxes on beer. It took the Whig leadership 3 years to even work out how much money was owed and to whom. This was calculated by one of the youngest new ministers, Robert Walpole, who would later go on to be Britain's first and longest serving Prime Minister. Walpole came up with a comprehensive plan to improve the nation's finances by consolidating and refinancing the debt at the new lower interest rates. A big problem, though, was that 1/3 of the total outstanding loans were irredeemable bonds. They'd been issued with a legally binding promise that they couldn't be repaid ahead of schedule without their owner's consent. And these were the highest interest rate bonds with rates about double the prevailing rate. The bondholders were also some of the wealthiest and most politically connected people in England, and it would be way too risky to try to force them to give up their high returns, as the government might need to borrow from them at some point in the future. These irredeemable bonds were downside for investors. They couldn't be transferred to another person, so it wouldn't involve could offer investors lost liquidity in exchange for a lower interest rate. If they exchange their bonds for lower bonds, bonds tradable, meaning that the investors could access their money whenever they needed it. Before this deal could be negotiated, however, the terrible threat of this piece of data way more than the cycle. He lost his position on the cabinet administration. John Hunt, who had been leading the Saturday campaign relative to financial treasury, a few years earlier when the Republicans were able to pay £1 million in interest to the government, he had negotiated with interest payers to be transformed into self-interest capital until the deal that capital could be held shared with a face value of £100 a share, which could be sold at the company house whenever price was there. When interest rates went down, the value of the company shares went up. The stock
Hey, what's up?
1719, the company agreed with the Treasury to conduct contrary repeat swap sightseeing. So,
Yeah, don't you? Wait, never mind. I was about to say, don't you have work? But you said you were on leave.
they were able to work out a fair market rate price of the bonds as if they were backing a regular cash forward until all agreement.
Darn.
Bonds were being swapped for newly issued 17
I might have made a mistake. Since I didn't think you'd be here, I probably messed up wearing shorts on stream. But I think I can keep you from. I think as long as I don't stand up, it wouldn't be a big deal. I'm not a disrespectful fool. Well, that's not good. I look rough anyway since I crashed. Since I had a very long night doing all this. To start on my audios because I think I have 14 to do. I think I have no idea if I'm gonna do 14 audios in 14 audios, 3 minutes, 2 minutes a piece. That's what, 28 minutes? I could do that. Oh my god. What? You're just now favoriting me? So you've been coming to me manually this whole time? When I have a swim contest, no thanks. I'm happy with just being able to swim. I don't need to test my speed. Mhm. Heard of a person that drowned in 2 feet of water. My cousin had a rough day. What happened to your cousin? Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're saying that your ex broke up with you for another man and you want to know if she'll come back to you. Going by your cards, Wheel of Fortune in the primary position does show that when it comes to her decision making and the payoff that she gets, it does seem to fluctuate very heavily. And that also shows that she tends to be very wishy washy. Page of Cups in the secondary position does show that she does mainly want to be with this other man, and she believes that that's what she wants to be with. And right now, things seem okay. However, Four of Swords in the final position and reversed does show that going further down the line, she's going to find that things aren't going to be as good as she assumed they would be. So, going off of that, it does seem like she's going to make a return to you. So, I would keep an eye out for that. Now, if you want to know what the future holds for both of you a bit further in the year, as well as what option would work best for you when it comes to dealing with her, you can give me a call or send me a message. My cousin is in rehab, going through a difficult time, and he lost his kids to DC child. What DC? What is DCFS? What is this you speak of? Mm-hmm. Oh, child. Yeah, the child services. I thought there was a child something in there. He lost custody of his kids for 3 years. I don't know what has to happen for for these wives and everything to like do this to their partners so often. I mean, it seems like it really does a number on the man. So I am a little confused when they say that men don't care and everything. And it seems like it really shaken up by custody battles. Men do care, just women have the best lawyers. Yeah, and the judges seem to be sweet on them. Mm-hmm. 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 Women can be devils, maybe. I want to know what do this other person have on my wife because she said she truly loves me, and that it ain't no connection in the bedroom. She told me I was the best man ever. I want to choose best man. Just let my wife choose him over me, and if she's truly coming back, or am I delusional? I think giving birth is quite difficult, though. Yeah, from what I've heard, most likely. I mean, it permanently transforms the skeletal structure of your pelvis. So I have no idea what a lazy Susan is. I don't think I want to know. That was a joke. Yes, obviously it was a joke. Don't take offense. There's nothing to be. Never mind. I forget you. You try to rage bait. It's your specialty. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, it seems that mainly you want to make sense of this situation and understand why she chose this other man, and you want to know if she's truly coming back to you. Going by your cards, the strength card being in the primary position does show that mainly what your wife seems to be drawn to is whoever seems the most stable and consistent when it comes to dealing with her. So it does seem like whenever you get agitated or worked up, it does seem to make her feel disillusioned with you, which does drive her away towards more stable people. Eight of Cups in the middle position in reverse kind of builds on this by also showing that it is hard for you to let certain things go and let bygones be bygones. So a lot of that anxious energy serves to drive her away, even though she really does love you. Knight of Swords in the final position does show ultimately in the future she will come back around to you since she is telling the truth whenever she talks about how much she loves you. I would just advise that for now, you take it easy and try to get your anxiety down since it feels like it's not a direct method, but I can assure you that this will end up improving things and will speed up her return to you. Now, if you want further information about what the future holds between the two of you, as well as any other issues that may come up, you can give me a call or send me a message. I don't even think I was rage baiting. I'm just having a rough day. You're still having a rough day? What's going on? It's Sunday. What could have possibly happened today? Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know if Sarah will come back to you. Going by your cards, the High Priestess card being in the primary position does show that currently, right now, both of you are trying to make sense of things and really understand where both of you are in relation to each other, which I'd say this is already a positive sign since it does seem that both of you are thinking of each other. Justice in the middle position in reverse does show that there does seem to be something between the two of you that hasn't really reached closure, which most likely did cause the schism between both of you. So I would try to address that and see if we can come to some kind of solution. Oh my God. No, thank you. Oh my god, I showed my shorts. You want peace. That's what you want. You want peace. Interesting. I just want a Bugatti. Damn, I look like such a tomboy today. I don't even have my earrings in. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you want to know if Sarah will come back to you. Going by your cards, the High Priestess card being in the primary position does show that right now, both of you are currently trying to feel out where both of you stand in relation to each other. Which I do think that this is a positive indicator already, since it does show that both of you are thinking about the other person. The Justice card in the secondary position and reversed is showing that there is an issue between the two of you that didn't really reach closure and most likely did lead to the schism between the two of you. So I would suggest that we kind of look at whatever baggage from the past is still going on and try to reach some sort of solution or some way to move past that, since it does seem to be dragging the connection down between the two of you. Six of Cups in the final position is talking about the bond between the two of you, and it's indicating a positive rating on that. So I would say, going off of that, Sarah will ultimately come back to you, just because regardless of what's going on right now, she does value the connection that you both have, and it's not something she would just easily throw away. So I don't think you need to worry too much about her never coming back. Now, if you want to know further details about what the future holds for both of you later in the year, or if you want to see what other problems may come up, you can give me a call or send me a message. I just hope they don't call me like crazy today. Bugattis for all. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you want to know if you and your ex will ever be a couple again. Going by your cards, the Six of Cups in the primary position and reverse is showing that even though both of you do have a bit of a history together, it does seem that it has been marred by some pretty bad events and some drama. So I'm already a little cautious about the future. Knight of Cups kind of builds on this in the secondary position and reversed by showing that things such as attraction and intimacy has also taken a hit due to whatever happened in the past between the both of you. Queen of Pentacles in the final position and reversed is saying that overall it seems that she's not exactly comfortable with getting more serious with you again. It does seem that the element of security is lacking when it comes to being engaged with you again. So it seems like, even though right now it doesn't seem like she would really want to get back with you, I think mainly all this says is that you would just need to put in some work. There's a lot of opportunity for things to improve as long as you took a few certain steps to improve the rapport between both of you. Now, if you want details about how you would go about repairing this relationship, as well as what to expect in the future between the two of you, you can give me a call or send me a message. Phew! Ah! Uh,
The amount of vertebrae that haven't heard staggering. One to 1,000 lives are taken by the pounds to come this long. Certainly the most almost 200 members of the Holocaust cover almost sacrificed some and the rest. 670 company directors also know about the posts were thrown out of the mine. The House of Commons expelled the members were also company directors. 70 company officers were ordered to hand over
Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know if Heath is what you've been waiting for. Going by your cards, the High Priestess in the primary position is simply establishing that you are someone who tends to take their time when it comes to things such as relationships, and that you're not one to really jump in to anything off of the first sign. Nine of Pentacles is showing that when it comes to Heath, that this does seem to be someone that you are secure and comfortable with, which does seem to matter a lot to you when it comes to deciding whether someone is worth it or not. So I would take this as a very strong positive indicator. Queen of Swords in the final position and reversed is actually signaling that you should go ahead and take your opportunity with Heath. It's warning about getting cold feet and keeping to yourself right now. It's saying that this is the time to try and make a connection. And I would agree. I think that things are pretty good. The prospects are very positive with Heath. So please don't get cold feet. Just take the first step, and I think you'll be very satisfied about where things go. Now, if you want further information about what the future holds between the two of you, as well as anything like your compatibility with each other, you can give me a call or send me a message. Let's get it. Nowhere else to hide.
Britain and France experienced financial bubbles and crashes, but their choices as to how to
No
rebuild afterwards
burden
were very different.
that
Reverberating
I
through the global war, France and Britain waged over the next century.
Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're wanting to know if you're going to complete all your projects and pass this semester. Going by your cards, the High Priestess in the primary position and reversed is showing that there does seem to be some difficulty when it comes to completing your projects, which Seven of Cups in the secondary position and reversed is showing that the reason for this is because you do seem to be distracted by very many things that seem tailor-made to grab your attention. So, from what I'm gathering, this does seem to be things like social media and drama involving other people. So, it does seem that a lot of your attention does get directed there when it could be used for more practical things or more important things. However, Queen of Pentacles is a positive indicator towards the future regarding this, since it does show that when push comes to shove and deadlines approach, you do seem to be able to tune all of that out and get the work done. So, overall, it does seem that you will be able to pass the semester as well as complete all your various projects and tasks. I just think you do need to keep an eye on your time management and make sure that you're not being overly distracted every day by the plethora of things, especially on the phone. So please keep an eye on that. And if you want further information about what the future holds for you, as well as anything like your future career, you can give me a call or send me a message. Who is this? Gambling is a sin. I have been compulsive gambling and it has made me feel empty inside. What kind of gambling? Talking about FanDuel, Kalshi, Blackjack, Baccarat? What are we talking about? Everything? I don't think there's no way you've done everything. What you even done slots, craps? What do they call it, Keno? I did chicken fighting too. Wow. Free dinner? Oh my god. Oh, wow. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you want to know if you have to continue to hope for communication with this particular man, or should you move on? Going by your cards, Six of Cups in the primary position in reverse does show that even though you've invested a good amount of time in this person, it does seem like you haven't been getting good returns out of them. Eight of Cups in the secondary position in reverse does show that you have thought about leaving this person quite a few times, but there does seem to be something that's hooking you. And it seems that the reason that you are staying is because this does seem to be someone who you do see a lot of potential in, that you do feel like things could work out very nicely between the two of you. But it just seems like there's one or two issues in the way, which you already mentioned, the communication problems. King of Cups in the final position does show that ultimately there is someone better for you who will actually appear pretty soon. So you could go ahead and move on from this person. However, I would take some care to not immediately drop them cold turkey, since it does seem like you did put a good amount of time in this person. So it's kind of like leaving a job in a certain way. You want to make sure that you do it in a way where, just in case something new does develop, that you haven't completely burned that bridge. So if you do decide to move on, I do want you to do it gracefully and without getting a bunch of feelings mixed into it. Because odds are, when you finally pull away, his whole communication problem will magically fix itself. Now, if you want to know what the future holds between the two of you a bit further in the year, as well as anything like your compatibility with each other, you can give me a call or send me a message. How many questions am I up to? God, I'm halfway there. If I can just do 7 more, I'm free for the rest of the night. I even bet on who would beat someone in a rap. Wait, you can bet on rap battles? Hello? I was waiting for you to pop up. You didn't call, but I think something. Well, you think something happened. I am okay. I crashed really hard because I was last night was just really long. So I ended up crashing and I was a little sick too. So I actually slept all day until it was time to turn on my devices. I'm sorry. Why are you saying I'm sorry? Do I have fibromyalgia? I'm pretty sure I don't. Especially since I don't even know what that is. Hey, hi. Hello, Jamaria. I hope I wasn't doing the most. No, you weren't. Can you see what happened and why he didn't call like he was? Yeah, I can look at it. I just have to calm down this person. They are kinda acting out right now. Sadness. I just want to know what you serious or side. You want to move to Nigeria? No, you do not. The other day you said South Africa. Why he didn't call? Oh god. I might have to eat my protein bar early. You can visit Nigeria, but don't move there. Yeah, I'll stick to the country I'm in. No visiting needed. Ooh. What is going on? Okay. Tell me more about this guy. Like, has he ever, I mean, I guess you've never mentioned it before, but I mean, does he come off as someone who could get jealous even? I mean, because nothing you've said would suggest things like that. Oh, oh my god. Why is this person speaking in riddles? Just trying to have a talk. Yes, I was asking you. Yes. About the jealousy thing. Does he get jealous of what? Like, does he have any jealous tendencies in general? I mean, because I don't think you've ever mentioned anything like that. So I just have to make sure. Can I get a plate or a napkin or something? He's technically not your boyfriend, but an ex. What? Oh my god. And two, so he's not actually your boyfriend, but he can be jealous? Oh my god. I need a drink. That's so good. Oh my god, I needed that. I apologize for lying. Oh my god. But he can be jealous that it play into that night. I did see something about his thoughts about you was something about you being off where you are right now, and him like assuming, like kind of having like a doomer thought about, yeah, some other guy is probably rizzing her up or something. Hmm. Um. Well, whenever guys get like that, it's like ways that they like rationalize not contacting someone. They're like, whatever. You know, just like the guy who you've heard on my TV sometimes. Sometimes they're just like, yeah, whatever. She's probably talking to some Brad right now. Why would I make myself look dumb reaching out? I mean, especially if you're not even like dating or whatever you both have going on, since you did visit him. Hmm. So then what is going on? Mostly he's trying to figure himself out. Though I do still see the thing about you moving out there. Hmm. Yeah, he's obviously still gonna call. Just, just like you've randomly got into your moods or notions. I mean, he's not immune to it either. Sometimes it just makes people do weird things. Like the girl I mentioned. Some days she's just like, I can't trust you or whatever. I'm like, okay. So she'll like she admitted that she purposely would like not message me for like entire days or something because of whatever issues she had going on. Power moment seems like it's linking up with what I was seeing. Mm. He probably ran into the friend who tried to inform you about him. The guy just stepped out of the shadows and said, I just want to let you know something about her because you're going to find out anyway. He dropped the truth nuke. I'm not a coffee drinker. No. I eat ice cream coffee. I mean, which is it? It just seems like I don't think it was a coincidence that both of you are kind of having this random, spontaneous moment of doubt or foreboding about each other at the same time. Have I ever had a beer? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever had a beer, no. The one who did, his name is Calvin. Yeah, Calvin came out of the floor rubbing his hands, saying, I just wanted to let you know. Hmm. Because he has a whole girl. You tell me what happened? Because he has a whole girl and kid now. So why would it be him doing that? Are we talking about Calvin? I used to think stuff like that. Um, I used to think stuff like that mattered. There's a lot of people out here, especially now, who just do messy stuff for the love of the game. Hmm. Oh my god, that was good. I needed that. Curzing. Tower moment. Ten of Swords with coworkers and friends. Well, you did say Calvin was sort of kind of a friend, but I was just speaking hypothetically. I don't think Calvin is actually the person. But I do think something similar to that did happen, yes. Which does align with your cards. Friends and family. Well, coworkers and friends. Someone said something about me. It seems like someone would have had to have put some sort of nugget in his head. Since every other thing I've seen about him, I mean, it didn't. Which is why I had to ask. I'm like, is he a jealous person, or because nothing I'd ever seen about him like suggested that he had any kind of worries like that? Because it seems like his main concerns were about, work and money.
Another example would be that better home insulation in Europe led to people
Hmm.
much bigger windows in new houses.
I mean, what could they say? I mean, do they even like know you?
The reason we were talking about each other now about AI
Did a guy bring me up as
something
a?
that Della, the CEO of Microsoft, posted on Twitter.
I mean, how would they know you anyway? I mean, because you did say that you visited. I just don't know how long you were there. Hello, Huncho.
Turning it into a commodity we just can't get enough of. Now, whether this paradox lies
It depends on who the dude is or what is. Oh yeah, so you were there for a decent time. Yeah, it does seem like someone said something about you, probably in a covetous way, and it kind of made him feel a certain kind of way. Could I ask a question? I mean, what do you want to know?
I guess the question is whether AI will become a service we all have to pay for, or if it'll end up like, for most people,
What do you want to know?
for a free version. A recent US survey found that 80% of American businesses said that they don't use AI because it's either difficult to use or irrelevant to their line of business. That could, of course, evolve change, but that is the situation right now, and it has nothing to do with the constant tech. We shouldn't overstate the market's reaction to this phenomenon. The Nasdaq fell about 3%, which is a new
Basically, I have this crazy girl named Jamila who's been doing all types of dark magic on me.
It's more about how easy it is to catch up, and if any of these AI companies have that. Oh,
Wait, did that make him become more eager to come get me back into his life? I think it's given him a moment of pause, but he will ultimately want to get you back somewhere in his life. I think it was probably good that he had this moment.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, detail link in the description. See you in the next video. Bye.
Just want to know why she is attacking me. It's a long story. I mean, what is Jamila like your girlfriend or something? Like, what's going on exactly?
When you give a candidate their dream job, it changes the trajectory of their entire career, and that is so fulfilling for me. I'm Megan Grimm. I am the CEO and founder of Five Staffing, your big agency that serves entertainment, sports, and adjacent industries. When I first engage a client, I'm looking for what makes them feel calm and empowered, and on the candidate side, I'm looking for
Someone I ran into at a bar. She was a bartender,
what their problem-solving
but
skills
very
are like.
dark.
What has
We
surprised
spoke a
me
few
about them
times.
is how resonates
A
with
dark
them,
bartender.
and it's more so about
Interesting.
compatibility. All of our contacts live in Excel. So clients, candidates, restaurant contacts, brand partnerships. Copilot helps me streamline all of this to get to that information quicker, get to that recommendation faster. Prior to discovering Copilot, I would have to manually go into Excel to dig out a client name, a restaurant name, a brand partner name, a candidate email, and now Copilot sort of helps me comb through that data. So I can spend less time searching and digging for names and spend more time on people. That is crucial for my business.
My whole life went downhill. Very hard to explain, but she was following me around outside the bar. Her husband was as well. Just want to get more clarity on the situation. Did he by chance bring me up, or did the friend bring me up? It was someone like a friend. So someone who knew you brought you up. Okay, Huncho. Was it Luther?
Setting up a company account on Upwork is a great way to bring your team together so you can hire, manage projects, collaborate all in one place. Once you're logged into Upwork, go to your account
I got a confirmation on Luther. Did she put something in my drink? They were into some dark stuff. Okay, Huncho, for your situation, wait, let me check something. Just what? Yes, I know you want clarity. Yes. For your situation, I don't think I should touch it, since I can tell that there is something on you. I could help you understand what they have going on. I can at least tell you there's something on you. I mean, don't you have any like charms, or I would just recommend you wear like a hamsa or something protective. I mean, do you own any protective symbols? Because I think you need to get some. Go sit in a sea salt bath, bro. She's trying to neg him to get her. Let me make sure nothing's coming in. The past few years of my life have been rough. Okay, so you've known this woman. Okay, so you've known this woman for years. Is she still around you? Is Luther going to pursue you? I don't think we should look at that either. That is a dangerous question. Because you've heard me talk about triangles. I don't want you to get sucked into anything. Yeah, very messy. No, but she definitely puts it. We spoke a few times. Okay, Huncho, if you want to really know, you can put in a request to my whatever, the Hipsy link in my description, and I could probably help you out. But I mean, I could already tell you, you just need to probably just wear some charms and get yourself cleaned, because it's making you tweak.
Well, what I really like about the AI Action Plan is I actually believe it's quite actionable. It's a perfect blueprint for public-private partnership. This administration has been really proactive in working with us in terms of the technology industry. The amount of acceleration that we've seen just in the few short months that the administration has been in place is really, we're so grateful for that support.
Most recently, AMD CEO Lisa Su attended a special showing of Melania Trump's new movie, creatively named Melania, which was paid for by tech companies. AMD's script has been underway for a while, but we haven't spoken about it since CES, when AMD invited the Trump AI policy advisor and Michael Kratsios to attend.
Go sit in this. I tried the sea salt bath. Just want to know her intentions. Okay, well, Huncho, you'll have to put in a request through the link on my stream, because for that, yeah, return to sender, I don't get involved in other people's mail unless what do they call it? I don't think it's called no. This is the opposite of pro bono. I'm not getting involved in that unless I'm compensated. If you're wanting me to step in on another sorcerer's territory, because obviously she likes you and she wants you, who am I to intervene? A very earth sign, probably. It's my inner devil. But no, I've not ever had a beer because I know you left when you asked that. I've not had a beer. I've only had wine and fruity drinks. Can I get some cornbread? I don't know, can you?
We have talked a lot about how important it is for the U.S. to lead in AI. We need to remove barriers to innovation and accelerate.
Okay, I think Huncho left.
We need to get AI infrastructure, energy production right. We've taken significant actions to streamline.
So let me get this straight. Luther brought me up to Gregory, and for what? I don't want Luther.
The White House started exporting our AI to Minneapolis to store protesters in the database because we replaced the fan base.
Oh, good.
And you're considered domestic terrorists.
Well,
Today we're going to close the
I think we both know that guys really like to bring up women that they probably have no business bringing up. That's just what they do. I knew he still wasn't over me. Ah, so he's tried to date you before.
Additionally, we'll cover Lisa's recent involvement with politicians as her Twitter feed has become a Rolodex of schmoozing with government officials.
Absolutely. You must be like super hot or something.
What we think is corruption between the government and tech companies, as say NVIDIA or OpenAI or any of these other companies, Oracle, that we've been talking about. The only difference is that
Oh, now.
just like everything else Jensen Huang does, AMD is in second place for what we think is corruption as well. But we recently ran a piece deep dive into the impact on data centers and in particular on the laws of the land. And now we're giving AMD the same treatment.
I'll send you a picture. You're gonna email it to me? Oh my god. This is so retro. God, I'm so ready for this. How many questions do I have left? I gotta do. Technically, I gotta try and do 7 more.
Represented in the high quality mouse mat that you see here. The Mac can easily accommodate a keyboard and mouse, has fine detail with the City built of wireframe components for the heatsink, RAM, because let's be honest, the only place any of us can get any now, and cooling tubes,
Okay, my laptop is fully charged, ready to go.
The model is to ridiculous levels of depth in that there are things in the model that you can't even see in the product because we went that deep with it. Like, for example, the springs underneath the switch, underneath the keycap that's represented in the matte surface.
That's super old.
To support our deep dive and independent research content like this directly and some serious digging into what
I wonder if I can open it on this phone, this extra phone that I have. Gmail. Let me see.
If you know where to look, and we have unfortunately learned where to look in the past couple months. We've been critical of this open collusion between the tech mega corporations and governments for a while now. Mostly,
Oh my god, yes, I know my battery is dead. Yes, I know my battery is under 10%. I don't care. Show me the picture. Interesting. Yeah, I could see an entire group of homeboys having a multi-year bro war over you. Yeah, I could see that. Who knows? Who knows what else they talk about? I can already see it. Pretty sure I. What? And you got the baby hair thing? Oh, yeah. It's over. How are you so happy? I need your soul. I'm on the last straw. I can't take it anymore. I will talk with you in private. I need to talk with you. Talk with you a little. Wait, but we're talking right here. Oh my god, I gotta do this audio before it times out on me. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you say that you and your ex are taking a break and you want to know if she's talking to anyone and if she's coming back. Going by your cards, the Emperor shows that she is currently talking to someone right now, someone in particular, and the star in the secondary position does show that things are going pretty well between them. It does seem that whoever this man is, she does seem to feel like he checks a lot of boxes that she wasn't previously enjoying, which mostly I feel like this is just the appeal of meeting someone new. So I wouldn't dig into it too deeply. Now, Page of Pentacles in the final position and reversed does show that she doesn't really plan on making a return to you, but I feel like this is more of an effect of her being around someone new. So I do think this would change a bit further down the line, especially if you just give her space to do what she's going to do. I think you'll be surprised at how often, if you just sit back and let someone get something out of their system, how quick they are to double back and come back to you. Now, if you want further information about what the future holds between the two of you, as well as any other issues that may come up, you can give me a call or send me a message. But yeah, you're smoking. Oh my god. Luther hit him with the "you don't want her, I'll take her." Yeah, they're a real Cyclops and Wolverine over there. I need one-on-one 24/7. I don't think that's healthy. Wait, okay, are you not dating anyone? Are you like MGTOW or something? Man going his own way. I'm smoky hot. Not like that. I'm just lost. Wait, no, I didn't think you were trying to like date me. I was just trying to make sure that you had someone in your life. I'm just lost, feel empty. I feel like there's something that you kind of know you need to do, but you're not addressing it. I've had girls tell me I'm fine too. Yeah, didn't you mention that you were doing something with a girl before? I can see it. I can see it perfectly. It's the kind of stuff they make art pieces about. Are you doing any free ones? Any free what? Any what? Sex doesn't solve my problems. I have bipolar. True. Sex actually makes my powers weaker, which is why I don't like people to touch me. Keeps me stronger. Reading by any chance? What do you want to know about? So what's going on with you? Yeah, basically stuff like that. Gregory realized that he smelled blood in the water. He kind of doomered a little bit. He said it's all over. Like your love life? I mean, I can take a little peek. Just because I've made a bajillion dollars already this month. So you won the lottery. So I'll take a little peek. Love life. Oh my God. 10 of Wands? It's kind of bad. You should just take some time to yourself and just take it slow. Don't think about it. I went through a breakup recently. Yeah, that's why that card popped up like a piano out of the sky. It's been hard to get back out there to connect with anyone. Yeah, just take your time. You should use this moment to recalibrate. I view breakups as detoxing from a poison. Because essentially when you're with someone, in a way they are rewriting your chemistry. So you need time to get back to your baseline. So you shouldn't really worry about being with anyone or pursuing it or really anything. I usually go like 3 to 4 years before I date anyone else. Touching is healthy, but sex is completely different. Sex makes me feel too much and then I fall asleep. I wonder why he got insecure for a second. Because he knows that he's not, part of him probably knows that he's not stepping up in certain areas as much as he should. Guys have a way of feeling the guilt when it comes to that stuff because they know that they don't do things that they should, and they put it off. And it's only once someone else has started making a move that they start to really feel it. Thank you for that. Does the cards also show that I will meet new people? Now, I did not look at that, but I could tell you without even looking at cards that you will. It's inevitable. You just need to take time to get yourself back to normal so that you're not on you'll know that you're ready to date again when you're not on a psychic site, basically. When I don't see you in the chat, I know that you're in a good place. People who are nice to everyone, I tell them, would you be nice to your executioner? What? People who are nice to everyone, I tell them, would you be nice to your executioner? I mean, I could see in some worlds where you would be nice to your execution. I mean, I'm pretty sure some noble woman who got executed, some of her last, I think like her last words were saying, I'm sorry for stepping on her executioner's clothes or something. So shout out to Luther. He kind of ruined the chance. I don't know, Luther, I don't think he ruined anything. If anything, he probably is just forcing Gregory to step up, lighting a fire under him. Okay, let's see. So this person. This just turned X-rated. What? Yes, that's what I saw. Well, Pred, that's a crazy adjective to say he became predatory over me. Wow. But yes, possessive, jealous, yeah. I'm actually going to use that. I'm going to use that adjective. I say they turned predatory over me. Why are you saying my name? What? What do you need? Interesting. It's 18. I need dinner. Go to Raising Cane's. 18. Oh my god, I just got a super orb. I like it. I love it. You know what I meant? Yeah, probably. Okay, are there any other guys I should know about? Any other people I should know in the Amon verse? I'm gonna write a fanfic about this. I'm gonna order 3 meals. You only need. There's no way you can eat 3 Raising Cane meals. You should know about my dad. He's single now. I mean, how old is he? Does he have money? He's 60. He's 6'7" and lives in Florida. They're both Idiots. Just like my anime. Well, if he is single and he's that age and lives in Florida, send me his LinkedIn profile and I'll make my determination. And if he has any assets, you could list them out for me too. Yes, we could easily make money off of it. Oh my God, I'm so close. He has a lot of assets and he just got out of a divorce. Oh yeah, he's ripe. I could change his life. Shakia took a lot from him. Do you think he would be okay if I had my own mini harem while I'm dating him? Would that be okay? Because they'd all be women, so he wouldn't have to worry about another man. Would he be okay with that? I'm asking if your father would allow me to sublet a harem of girlfriends under him. There are other guys, but I only care for this. Definitely flatters me. Oh my God. I don't get into jealousy. I think jealousy is probably healthy in the grand scheme of things. I think that not having any jealousy, period, is probably a sign of some trauma or something happening in someone's life that made them apathetic. So I think it's good to be a little jealous. I think one of my breakups did come because she was also in the military, but I think the main issue of that breakup was that I clearly wasn't jealous enough while she was away or something. I don't know. I'm sure my dad still gets it up. Well, that's like the last thing I've ever worried about, considering I grew up when they were selling, what was it? Vicodin on the radio? What was that thing? It's not Vicodin. Vicodin is for like pain. Whatever that medicine extends or whatever I feel like there was like a few years where all they did was like make these ads for erection pills for old ass men every day on like my TV stations. Being an earth sign, you won't get that fire sign love or water sign obsession. Did she know that? Oh, I think she was an earth sign too. So she was kind of nerd. She was pretty nerdy. Academic, kind of. But yeah, she probably never did date another earth sign. But yeah, she just didn't like it. So then why did you to be clingy and you're not. I think a lot of well, actually, yeah, I have to deal with it a lot on my tarot lines, but I think a lot of women just kind of expect a certain level of possessiveness or jealousy, because I mean, it does feel good to a certain degree for someone to be that into you. So if they're just not getting anything, to a certain point, it starts to make them feel like they're not attractive enough or something. Which usually, you can usually trace those kind of issues to them being involved with some guy who scorned them or like kicked them to the curb, which I think was her thing. Was she definitely got burned by some guy. I don't know. It's hard to really help those types. He's a retired Chicago cop. Welcome to the family. I'll call you Miss Jackson. That might be a good alias. I do need a new alias probably. Because I think I go by like 4 names online. Well, in general. Shanoa. Okay, I think I just have 3 names. So I need a 4th name. There's my government name, Shanoa. A 3rd name, and a 4th name that I need. But usually in real life, like especially nowadays, I just tell people my name is Shanoa. Like if they if they ask for my name in real life, I literally just say I'm Shanoa. So what did Gregory say in response to Luther asking about me? He kind of kept it to himself. It seemed like it just made him a little bit sour. He's someone who, when he gets in his feelings, he would rather sulk a bit and turn up a drink and wax poetic in his head rather than hash it out. And someone just called. Oh my god. That was so fun. His net worth is pension and stock portfolio. What can I do with that? I thought they were draining all the pensions right now. Are you trying to set me up? So what did Gregory say? Yeah, he's such an emo kid, yes. King of Cups trying to be on. Well, obviously you like that. You like the little you like the guys who are like a little bit emotional.
To endorse the federal government's actions that tear down things like local government rights over their own.
What should I do?
Things like data center build-up, Andy clearly has drawn a line in the sand as to what and who he cares about. And it's definitely not you, and it really probably never has been. They needed you to make sure they didn't go bankrupt during the Skylink era of Intel. But this is not the scrappy company that people want it to be. It maybe once was great, but they're not that anymore. AMD is playing the same game as everyone else. That game continues in less than 2 weeks after
He worked in law enforcement, ain't gonna let him go with nothing. $7K a month? Oh, okay, you're speaking my language. Depends and debatable. I'm saying that because I just had a confirmed and realization about him. What? Oh, here goes my phone, about to die. $1801.
Despite the president himself establishing such a requirement.
He said, "Will you make it 15?" So we negotiate a little deal.
Despite the record year revenue, Indy's stock fell by 17% due to analysts expecting stronger guidance. So Lisa did what apparently every other executive does now when the stock falls. She joined CNBC with analysts and
I want pizza. You sure want a lot. 30 minutes ago you were talking about chicken. Yeah, what did you get a confirmation about exactly about him? I I'm saying that I love what is Giordano's? I've never heard of that. Giordano's thin crust.
In the last 60 to 90 days, we have actually seen an acceleration, particularly when we think about 2026.
Like NVIDIA, AMD is tying its future growth to the AI bandwagon.
You are invited to a gentleman tea with the musician and assistant dresser, Her Royal Highness the Duchess of York. Power up by BJ. You've got spirit.
She spent so much time with the Royals.
Just a Chicago franchise, ain't with the politics.
Jane, the police need to talk to you.
The way we work has changed. Data moves faster than ever, and people and AI move with it. Traditional DLP just can't keep up. That's why we built the DTEX platform, with risk-adaptive DLP protection that adapts to risk by understanding behavior. With DTEX, set the
intellectual property is protected before it ever leaves your organization. As risk increases, DTEX adapts. Controls adjust automatically, providing coaching, just-in-time warnings for workflows based on intent and
Have I ever played GTA 5? Oh, they didn't even release it yet. So how could I have played it? That's the confirmation that you love it. You love that about him, that he's moody, that he looks up at the pale moon and says, darn, my homeboy wants my girl. 6? Oh, they're on number 6 now. Oh, guess I've been living under a rock. GTA 6. So yeah, I definitely haven't played GTA 5. The closest I got to playing GTA 5, I was at someone's shack during 2013 or something, and he was randomly playing it. Wait, what? No. Oh, you don't like that. I love the flustered nerd, and that's not the confirmation. He's playing fuckboy, and he's not about that life, and it backfired. Oh, can you not see?
So we've been criticizing NVIDIA and Micron and Oracle and OpenAI for openly lying.
So who is around you
and engaging in a lot of stuff
that fits that more? Is there anyone you have in mind?
But AMD is hardly any different. AMD has a political strategy similar to NVIDIA now, which is to donate to political causes, increase
Closer nerd, and that's not the conversion. It's he's playing.
Donate to super PACs, which are basically just, or literally just vehicles to donate to politics.
I'm confused, probably, because what's his name has been saying every sentence imaginable. But I am also kind of deprived. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna end up crashing tonight. I love the flustered nerd. Yes, I love the flustered nerd. Okay, yes, I know. Okay, you love the flustered nerd. He's playing fuckboy. Seriously.
Or for the global surveillance apparatus that's being built by these companies, by these data centers, by the government, all collaboratively, that will eventually
I don't like the emotional aspects of him because he doesn't operate in his true feelings. Okay, I understand now. Health system, what? I understand now. You're saying he does not communicate his emotions effectively.
So that if the company starts a high contribution, you realize the possibility they were hidden rather than they just stopped.
But obviously there's other elements to him that you like. Yes, correct.
YouTube also rejected our video as upload every time we include the clip, so I'm just going to read it for you. Colbert says, I haven't gotten any corporate money. That's why I have a super PAC. Why wouldn't a corporation...
Yeah, I love King of Cups him, not King of Swords him.
You might object to what they've done. The corporation or individual can give to a C4 and nobody gets to know they did it. His attorney, quote, that's right. And that money can be used for politics, unquote. Can I take this C4 money and then donate to my super PAC? His attorney, quote, you can. Colbert. Oh wait, super PACs are transparent and the C4 is secret. So I can take secret donations donations of my C4 and give it to my supposedly transparent super PAC. His attorney, quote, and it'll say given by your C4. The point being, these donations in the future can be relatively easily hidden. We also think AMD might be deviating from its own political policies.
So how does it work exactly?
It's so intentionally obtuse that it's hard to tell.
Do you both like not text each other through the day, or what? How exactly does it work between the two of you? Is that a nature bar? No, it's a protein bar. It's a protein wafer.
Maybe there's some measly caveat or some bullshit method structure of organizations that makes Andy's statement technically correct. We're not really exactly sure. That's kind of the point of how all this stuff is structured. It's supposed to be. And the spirit of the policy, we think, is being violated by Andy's own actions. Back in August 2025, a Wired reporter asked Lisa Su last year if Andy felt more pressure to participate in more political conversations with the current administration. Lisa Su,
We had a fight.
well, it certainly has
I think I
changed.
remember you saying something about a fight.
I'm political. No, you're definitely
I just don't know what the context was. I mean, what's even the fight about?
at every level.
I mean, other than if he's stressed about work or something.
This is a much bigger problem that these companies are engaging in. So first of all,
They call me the protein shake.
definitely not true, but let's continue with the quote. Quote, you won't see me weighing in on general social issues because I don't necessarily think that that's where my value add is. But when it comes to technology policy and where semiconductors are in the world, yes, we have to participate. And I wouldn't call it increasing pressure. I would call it increasing responsibility to do so because we want the rules to be written right. End quote. No, it's not pressure. It's an increase in responsibility to make sure we control the rules that are being written by the government. But they is framing lobbying responsibility, which maybe if you take the ultimate pro-corporate viewpoint, you'd agree with that. By our view, the actions
Are you
of these companies
Kenyan?
are far from
You've already asked me this before. I don't know.
They are damaging at the core.
I don't know what I
And
am.
at this point, my opinion is
I'm just black.
Andy chose not to respond when we asked about Lisa Su's attendance at the Melania preview for the movie on the day that the
I was
federal
checking on
government
him,
on the street.
and he spazzed out on me,
That at
and I was trying to figure out what I did,
ignore topics such as
and he
that,
went into his doom and goes,
then
what did he say exactly?
about how Andy
Hmm.
All right.
Dr. Oz would know?
Hey Holmes, find me a 3
Yeah, Dr. Oz seems to know a lot.
All right, hurt feelings time. So this video is going viral all over the internet. I don't even want to refresh it in case it got deleted or something. And he says we conducted an IQ test in Nigeria, Africa. Thankfully, it was a black dude that did this because you already know the hurt feelings. Some of them were in the chat already. Let's go.
It's all about the IQ. There was IQ in the West.
It's irrelevant. I don't want to share a conversation. I understand. You gonna let me starve? I mean, what do you want me to do? You want me to feed you like a mother bird or something? I gotta get some juice.
Welcome to Back to the It has been reported that Africa has the lowest IQ in the world today. On the streets of Nigeria, we have come to confirm that we will conduct IQ tests and bring you the numbers.
You see, there's something about black people. Whenever a white person come up with a report that's negative towards black people, they complain about racism. Well, lately, I think they hate me more than the white now. I raised the budget and dispatched my team. Well, the findings were very disappointing. So we conducted our report. We're Nigerians who went to the streets of Nigeria and conducted an IQ test. It was so disappointing that I had to take one myself to make sure this thing wasn't that difficult.
Oh no. Oh no, dude. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. bro. Let me pull up Grok right here because we're gonna have to ask some questions. We're gonna have to ask some questions. First, before he tells us the IQ, what is the IQ number where you are considered retarded? Let's find out real quick. We have two numbers, right? They changed it because it made the black community more better. So first we're getting the number now.
How am I? I'm good. Man, I asked how Gregory feels now after yesterday's event.
When you search online, you find studies claiming that sub-Saharan Africans have the lowest IQ in the world. I've been this for a long time now. However, my times implementation.
Yeah, stay in here, baby. Don't go anywhere, bro. Bro, don't go anywhere. Let's ask it again. He's lagging.
Let's see. Ooh, interesting. Anxious, anxiety. It's a close-up. Anxiety, anxious, difficulty sleeping, disturbed.
It'll pain your heart, but you'll see it's true. We're gonna go in beyond just Africans. We're gonna talk about everybody. Don't worry.
One more thing. What is it?
Retardation is outdated.
What do you want to know?
IQ threshold, the standard IQ threshold.
The card said the same thing. Really makes you think, huh?
70 or below. Remember the number. To be considered intellectually disabled. You have an IQ 70 or below. And just remember that. These are rough guys, okay? It says
They put me in a psych ward when I said I was suicidal for 2 days.
you have mild retardation with an IQ of 50 to 70, moderate 35 to 50, severe 20 to 30. Okay. The cutoff used to be higher. Historical note. We didn't ask for this, but we got it anyway. Historical note. The cutoff used to be higher. IQ 85 until the 50s and 70s, until we got woke. Then it was lowered to 70, 75 in the 90s, partly to reduce over-labeling and stigma. What was that stigma for why it changed? Don't be politically correct. Let's just find out before the video starts. Okay? Is he freezing again? Elon, fix your stupid bot, bro. I think it's actually my my settings. Here we go. I have a lot of ad blockers and shit on here. Reconnecting. Bro, do your fucking job.
And a man was in there for 20 days,
What was I?
and a man
Okay.
said he'd suck his
Here we go, ladies.
psychiatrist
Thinking.
off
Let's
to
find
get
We
out of
wanna just
there.
know exactly. Yeah, clock better. I have them on the side.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff like that in there.
Gave us this last historical note. Over-labeling hit poor and minority kids the hardest. Did you see that in the thinking? The IQ cutoff for what was called mental retardation was 85, one standard deviation below average from the 50s to 1973. That caught about 16% of the entire population. Basically, anyone noticeably dumber than average, including a borderline category. In 73, the American Association on Mental Deficiency dropped it to 70.
Why does he care so deeply about it? It's just a man thing. It's just not easy for them to it's just not easy for them to process that kind of stuff.
There's something wrong. Like, I think they might be confusing.
Incoming dishes. Dawn Power Wash Flush.
He was a bank CEO, and I realized now mental health disorders could be anyone. Yes.
Dawn Power Wash, the better grease getter.
Banking on the go? Our mobile app makes it effortless. But at Campus Federal, you're more than just an account number. We build relationships with our members, supporting you from saving for college to owning your first home. If you're buying a car, planning a home renovation, or a vacation, we're here to help. Campus Federal Credit Union, your trusted financial partner for every stage of life. Start your journey today.
There's something wrong. Like, I think they might be confusing the reality in their phone with the reality outside of their phone. Actual reality is what most of us call it, right? I don't think they call it that. I think the lines are blurry. Genuinely. For women specifically, I think there might be something about women that the lines are genuinely blurry between actual reality and their phone.
So that means he's coming back faster now, yeah? Yeah. Once he gets past like the initial anxiety spike, yeah, it would make him contact you faster.
I think they're struggling to
8 wands times 100. What am I eating? A protein wafer.
how these two things are.
It's supposed to give me more energy.
Or they're struggling with feeling like their phone is more real than the world outside of it. I think we have to look into it. I think we have to start taking seriously the possibility that women may never be the same. That they will be biologically re-engineered via technology. Some dystopian technological, biological re-engineering of brains. Because think about it, if you're a woman, I mean, think about how much attention you're getting in the phone, how much validation. Your sense of self is vastly, vastly bigger in a phone on your apps than it is in actual real life. Okay? Because actual real life, you have to do things. Right? There's real stakes.
So everything the cards are saying are coming through. Yeah, that's kind of how they work. Which is what makes them dangerous.
And if you're in your phone all the time, your head is being filled with imaginary ideas, lofty ideas, delusional ideas, fantastical ideas.
Chaotic stuff happens in psych wards. Very chaotic. She was screaming for an hour. Yeah, I think I knew one girl who was in the ward, and she just said the N word like over and over for like days.
Might I argue? This might be controversial, but might I argue that you are? Maybe. I don't want to push too hard here. I don't want to push too hard on the women here, but maybe, just maybe.
Did I have a good weekend? Yeah. It was pretty good.
Maybe in real life. Maybe in fact, you're less than that. Maybe you're actually less than that.
Inward shouldn't be said at all.
Because your head is being filled.
I don't know.
All these.
Sometimes.
Because you're
it has to be said.
Notifications after notification after notification. Thirst after thirst after thirst. Dick pic after dick pic.
What about you? How was your weekend?
Hey, what are you doing after? Hey, what are you doing after? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, love you in this pic. Hey, after hey, I love you in this pic. Hey, after.
It was cool.
Imagine your phone just being filled with that stuff. Notifications ringing off the hook with that stuff. You have to put it on Do Not Disturb all day. And then when you finally take it off Do Not Disturb after 11 hours, you see that there's some message from a delivery.
Just school and YouTube.
who wants to go to coffee with you, and you're just like halfway drunk, and so you're just like, oh, sure. So I can just continue the conversation with him and get some more information out. I kind of want to know how old he is. 33. I'm good. No, it doesn't matter that you agreed to it. It doesn't matter that you said sure, right? These women, they don't have any sort of decorum.
Wow. Were you wowing?
This is their world, right? Their world. So the phone is where they are. It's kind of like they're a queen, right? They have subjects. They are a queen, and they just have subjects. And it's only their territory. It's only their kingdom. That is their kingdom, right? Their phone is where they are a queen of a kingdom. They are the ruler of a monarchy. And they are a tyrant. Whatever they say goes. They have ultimate rule.
So that's
ultimate power.
why I'm moving
They
back so
have
quickly.
omnipotence, like they don't in actual reality,
Oh.
right? They can get away with anything on the phone, right? Because they're protected for however they act and whatever they say. Because it's digital. There's nobody in the room with you. There's nobody in the room with you. There's no consequences for, leading someone
I
on or
think
gaslighting or anything like that, right?
that mental wards are their own
You
private
never actually have to
countries.
face, like, the truth of who you actually are.
I smirk a lot. What?
Because in the phone,
I don't
it's just
think
all about
I-
basically how you look. It's all about basically how you look in the phone. It's not actually about who you are.
I don't know
It's
about
not about
that.
what you offer. It's just kind of about how you look. And attention and validation with these women is like their
You are amused
it's like their
easily?
oxygen, bro. It's like
Um,
what they actually survive on. They're becoming like a golem.
Maybe.
Okay, this is like I feel like
It's probably
the entire world of
just
women
because I'm
is
so
is the first.
I'm
I
like
would say,
sensory
the
deprived.
first Lord of the Rings. Or, I'm sorry, the third.
Like,
Lord
I
of the
basically
Rings
just
movie,
live in this
Return of the
room
King, where Smeagol
all the time,
starts
every
to
day.
transform. Okay, the ring is the phone.
So I'm
Okay?
just
And he
deprived.
just strangled his best friend. He just strangled his best friend for the phone. Okay, best friend's dead. Best friend's dead.
Want to go vampire
Didn't even
hunting?
think about it. Didn't
Well,
even
why
think
would I
about it.
hunt my own people?
That's not real. What's real is the ring. What's real is the phone. Best friend dead, don't care. I got the phone. The phone is everything. I think women are entering a period of
I
human
got you to
history
laugh now.
where
At
I
least
think
don't
they shall
hunt
be
me.
transformed forever. This is
I
their,
don't know.
this is their Smeagol Max.
I might save you
Okay.
for last.
Women are in their
You're a
Smeagol
vamp-
Maxing phase. They will be Smeagol Maxing.
I mean, people have said I'm a
They
vampire
are
or a witch.
starting to eat the raw fish. They are starting to lose the taste for grass, for cooked food. They're starting to
I have a
lose
lot of
their taste
fiber.
for sunlight,
That's impressive.
right? They are starting to get more comfortable with ring light. Ring light is what
I thought a witch.
they don't like sunlight. They like ring light.
I assumed a
Ring
witch.
light is where they feel at home,
I think
where they can digest.
the possibilities are
Their
endless.
biology works well. And they're starting to crawl into, as you guys, at the very beginning of Return of the King, if you go watch it. And we all should go watch the very beginning of the Return of the King. 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. It's a hell of a scene. The transition from Smeagol to Gollum. Okay? We all need to go watch that because we all have to be reminded of what is going to happen to women. What is happening to women currently? They are climbing up the rocks. Their clothes are being, they're tattered and they're ripped. They're falling off them. And they're indistinguishable from who they used to be. And they are crawling into the cave and taking one last look.
I saw a documentary on Jeffrey Dahmer and it made me throw up.
The best invitations.
I don't think I know that much about him.
The same feeling every Lexus is designed to listen. on select vehicles at the invitation to Lexus sales event.
For high-tech devices and electronics, traditional return systems don't cut it. They're fragmented, manual, and leave value on the table.
How will I meet my next
Enter
partner?
Reverse
Oh
Logic,
my
the only
god.
end-to-end returns platform built to handle the complexity of high-tech logistics.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Snoring, gasping, feeling exhausted.
My question now that I'm good on him returning interviews, when do I go back? When I do go back to NYC, are they still both going to be rivals? I think we know the answer to that already. I think the beef will remain. He had to eat them. He couldn't just be gay. He had to eat them. Twisted mindset. Such a horrible soul. Yeah, there are some people who literally can't feel anything unless they cross a certain line.
Once and for all, for the final time, for the first and final time, creep and crawl into the dark cave, forever to be changed. Creep and crawl into the phone to never come back outside of it ever again, forever changed. Because this validation, this approval, their ego being inflated to a point that just doesn't exist in real life. Right?
They would have a tendency of fighting for my attention when I was living there. I mean, I could see why. Going off your picture.
Than their actual value in real life. Right? This is their option. This is all they want. This is all they want. This is it. This is what they subsist on. This is what they're obsessed with. They're strangling people for this. Women's attractiveness, women's physical attractiveness, I think it's more in demand, right? It's a rarer commodity, right? It's scarcer. It just has a lot more. It's a lot more valuable.
I took it too far. What are you talking about?
Woman's beauty. Okay.
I think you were just thinking very intensely.
On a similar scale, like I said, I think that she.
They have a tendency of fighting for my attention. Yeah.
Right? For men, looks are not valued the way that it is for women. Even though they are still valued, but not nearly the way that it is for women. Women is pretty much the only thing. I mean, for the most part. As far as sex goes, for sure. But so I did, I kind of view us as equal, but if you take us as like a whole package, like as a human being, all the X factors, all the intrinsic qualities, all the life experience, the personality, the humor.
This person has the same name as me.
Stuff. I mean, I would say that I'm far away above her, right? But that's the thing, when you get into reality, when you get into a bar, or you actually have a real life conversation, those things tend to come out.
They either commit no crimes or commit the most horrific crimes. True. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you've been considering a career change and you're looking at being an instructor for a maintenance training facility. Going by your cards, Ace of Pentacles does show that this change in career does seem very positive. There do seem to be some benefits you would enjoy that you aren't currently getting. Page of Wands in the secondary position in reversed also shows that where you currently are, things such as promotion or strong advancement aren't quite lacking. So I think this other opportunity that you've brought up gives you more leeway in that area. Page of Swords further builds upon this in the final position by showing that it also helps you market yourself more than where you currently are, which I think in this day and age is probably one of the strongest elements when it comes to advancing your career. So overall, I would think that taking this instructor position would end up helping you a lot. Well, now I have to redo it all because I said the wrong word. BRB. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you're thinking about changing your current job and you want to know if it would be a good fit to be an instructor. Going by your cards, Ace of Pentacles does show that this new position being offered to you does have a lot of benefits that you currently aren't getting from your current spot. So that's already something positive going for this change. Page of Wands builds upon this in the secondary position by saying that where you currently are, in terms of advancement or other opportunities, it is lacking, whereas this instructor position would give you a lot more of a solid ladder towards progression. Page of Swords in the final position also shows that along with all of that, it would also help you market yourself a lot more strongly in that field, which I do feel like in this current age of careers and trying to find what works for you in terms of advancement, that being able to market yourself and show that you are someone with a solid mind and experience is probably one of the most important things you can do for yourself. So overall, it does seem like this instructor position would work very well for you. So I would go ahead and make a commitment to trying it out. Now, if you want further information about what the future holds for you when it comes to your career, as well as any issues that may come up, you can give me a call or send me a message. Hey, how are you? I thought I wouldn't see you today. I dated a cop and she said I was too wild for her, so she cheated on me with another cop.
Just a shame. It is a shame.
With psoriatic arthritis, mornings came with sore, swollen, and stiff joints. Now, with the
Just hanging out.
I'm back to less
That's
joint
good.
and stiffness,
So nothing.
less fatigue.
How's today been?
For some,
Today I've
that
actually
helps
been
deliver
recovering
swollen
because I had a really late night yesterday and I ended up crashing like all day. So I literally only woke up like within like an hour of turning on my streams.
And the GMC Sierra. Or get a total value of over $8,000 on this 2026 Sierra 1500 model.
Words of encouragement. Can't just say words of encouragement. Just can't.
This is what VHS. Project Hail Mary with HBT outline.
we haven't had a late night cafe in a while, so the best way to do this was just to start it because the guy who sent it in took a lot of time to write it. It's thorough. I mean, it's lengthy, but I don't mean it in a bad way. Just made some lengthy points.
It cost me. Did I end up doing late night calls? Yeah, basically. African Soap. Yeah, I ended up getting like a bunch of calls hitting me before my hours even started. So I was on the back foot. $23 African Soap sounds crazy. But you can tell that I'm still shaking back because I don't even have a dress on tonight. Instead, I have my. This is part of my uniform, I guess. I'm gonna get a copy of this hoodie. It's pretty good for when I'm just not in the mood to get spruced up. Yeah, my new hoodie. Yeah, I'll end up getting a copy of it and probably some other ones.
The man talks about these children. He remembers their names, their ages, the things they like, but there are no children in this house. There never were. His wife is already gone, and the strange thing is that she didn't leave out of grief because there's nothing to grieve. Those children do not exist, and as far as the world is concerned, they never did. Everyone who might have known them has simply forgotten because there was never.
I could do one more.
He sits there in his empty house, surrounded by photographs that mean nothing to anyone.
So have you been keeping yourself busy with your remote work? I ain't with that politics, no. With the attitude, I love having money, conversations. What? They call me Crazy Case. You said a lot of words just now.
I'm going to come back to this scene because I think it might be one of the most important things any anime has ever tried to say about it.
You just said a lot of words. How is this person sending 2 audios at the same time?
On September 15, 2008, Lehman Brothers filed for bankruptcy. $613 billion in debt, the largest filing in American history. 26,000 people lost their jobs overnight, and many of them had their retirement savings invested in Lehman stock, which meant that in addition to their income disappearing, they watched their futures go to zero. Within 6 months, global stock markets had lost $10 trillion in value, and the collapse triggered debt crises that cascaded through Ireland, Spain.
I have a California king stay by me and bring a girlfriend. I have an 8,000 square foot.
He'd already made Mononoke and Trapeze visually radical, deeply strange shows that nobody would accuse of being surface level. And when he saw the Lehman collapse, it shook him enough to spend the next 2 years trying to understand it. Between February and August of 2010, he conducted over 20 interviews with retired politicians from Japan's central bank, with finance professionals, college professors, and members of nonprofit organizations. He expected to find some kind of consensus about what had gone wrong or what should be done about it. And instead, he found that no consensus
Can I cook?
existed because economics is built on human behavior. It doesn't converge. He hired the editor
Kinda.
Toyo Kiza, one of Japan's most respected business and economics publishers, roughly equivalent to The Economist, to serve as the show's advisor. He read The Gambling Mania Kaiji and researched the history of currency. What came out of all that research was to show that in interviews, Nakamura described as being about
The future of home shopping is here, only on Homes.com. Introducing Homes AI.
Welcome back. How can I help?
Homes, please find me a 3-bedroom home in Atlanta. I love to cook. Show me the kitchen.
Remote work is going good. Excellent. Wow. It's like a missile. What was that? It was one of my pendulums, but it's very, very heavy. So like it almost like took me with it when it flung out of my hand. Oh, you're back. Hello.
We're not talking coffee. My name is Mansoor Sharma, the Innovation and Technology Director for the City of Dearborn. You have contractors, residents coming to the City of Dearborn every single morning, lighting up for an hour to 3 hours. Yay. As someone who
Oh my god.
way too long, into his early 30s.
I don't need new friends. I don't like fake friends. Only here to
This is
make
kind of where
miss
I believe, like,
call when the check in.
getting out of control. It's become a little much. I honestly believe this is where it all started, but this is also kind of like the trap. Not just the server light trap, which we're going to talk about today. Like, this is where it all stemmed. Okay?
Huh? Where are you hee-heeing for?
I'm gonna show you a day in the life of what I made as a server at Texas Roadhouse. Today I worked a double. My sales were about $2,500. I owe the store $19, so I'll get to keep whatever's left out of this stack. 1, 2, 3, 503, which is a good day, man. That is the best double I've had in a good minute. So God is good. Praise God.
$503 for the day. Not bad. This is common.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a bartender.
How long have you been doing that?
On and off for about 5 years.
What are you listening today? Some random channel.
How much are you making?
I average between 90 and 110 a year.
Do you feel well compensated?
Yeah.
What advice would you share with others who are also interested in bartending? What's worked for you?
I'll tell you what not to do. Don't get fucking stuck. You're going to hear that a lot in this video. And this is why tipping's become so big. I got stuck in that shit. And I never made no $100,000 a year bartending. If you made 60 to 80 grand a year bartending, you know, gay shit I was doing in the beginning. Yeah, you start end up doing that shit. You're skipping around because you're cleaning up. Most I ever made was around 80K in a year from bartending. But this is why you see so many older people get stuck in this business. You see, like,
I think, I don't know.
at a-
This guy's kind
a
of
waiter at, like, a nice
odd.
place. Just know he's probably making close to what this woman's making. But it's not all what it's cracked up to be. That's not your normal. And also, what are you going to do when you're 50? No one's too quick to hire a.
They waited 20
50-year-old
minutes to
that's
serve me. I was having convulsions.
I work as a server in Orange County, more specifically Newport Beach, and I have 6 shifts this week, and I just finished my first one. So let's see what I made.
Shoot it. That completes the 6 shifts that I had this week. That was a grand total of $2,029 in tips, plus probably like $250 to $300 in my paycheck. So not a bad 6 days, and that completes.
$2,000 a week. How many people would love to make that? I'm stoked on. I never made that as a waiter. I got to the 1,500 during peak season months in Florida. That was wintertime. Maybe $2 grand, 2,500. You have a $10,000 month. But it only lasts for like 3-4 months. After that, it's kind of back down. But this is where you get stuck. This is why tipping's become so normal. Okay? And think about this for 1 second. 1 second. They made that all from you guys. Not their employees.
Oh, now you're back for
You
real.
guys. And I've done this. I live this way. Every week, gambling, in and out.
Wait till the last Afro has his drink, then you could drink. What are you talking about?
It could be a little butthurt, but I know that it makes up for it. And I don't expect people to tip me big money. I just pray that it happens. It's not a life you want to live. And honestly, once you reach your 30s, it gets a little depressing. But you're seeing more and more people in their 30s, 40s, 50s in this game. Not just being a waiter. Oh, no. It's all too real right here. Because this is why tips need to go away. You need to get rid of tips. And you got to think about it.
There's going to be a lot of people's livelihoods if you do that. We're kind of in a position where this is why it becomes so popular. Yeah, I'm not tipping anymore. I ain't tipping no more. I know, I get, but this is, I'm telling you, I truly believe that this is where it all started, the tipping culture.
I worked a 10-hour shift tonight. It's a Monday night. I went in at 4:30. I got out at 2:30 in the morning. Let's see what I made. All the small bills for big bills, but I didn't fully count it yet. So let's go. 100, 200, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 300, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 400, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. $497. And I actually got dinner tonight, so I paid for that. So I actually made over $500 on a Monday night.
Monday night, you know what's crazy? I used to work at a TGI Fridays, and Monday nights were my busiest nights. That's where I made the most money. At fucking TGI Fridays, dude. Thank God it's Friday, brother. I swear, I've worked at places where it was like stripper money. I used to work at a place called Jumping Bay Island Grill. Party spot. You wouldn't get out till 3 in the morning. It was like fucking.
I don't know how much they make per night stripping. I kind of know the numbers on that. Kind of.
To walk out with anywhere from $600 to $1,000 in one night. What do you think about that? This chick just made most people's paychecks on a Monday night, which is kind of sad to say that $500 weekly checks are still a thing, but they're still a fucking thing. But it's also a catch-22. It's a trap. But think about that. With this one lady, I won't say her name, she only worked Friday nights. She worked at this place for 15
Losing
years.
$1,500 a month.
Friday nights always made between
By not being open with my businesses, what?
One night a week. That was all she worked. And she had a husband, took care of most things. Pretty good gig, but also kind of fucked up. Bartender for 15 years, raised 4 kids as a single mom. I could have never made the money I made doing a regular job. We had such a beautiful home. I drove a BMW. My kids played sports. Hats off for servers. This is what I'm telling you. It's a weird world. And also, something to take home with you. You looking for some money? If you're personable at all?
I do not play pool. No.
A lot of the shit we're seeing here is a little hocus pocus. You got to be good at the job to make the money. Because I've bartended places where I'll make $1,500 religiously a week for 3-4 nights a week. But I've also bartended places where your boy going to another job. I'm praying for $600 this week. So it's not all the same. All right. Don't expect to just be going to work at Denny's and you're gonna be like, I'm making $8,000 a month. Holy shit! But you do get stuck in.
I made you laugh.
Hey, quick question. How are
That's
you guys
hard to
leaving the
do.
restaurant industry and being successful in other career fields?
Don't make me my
How are you doing
coffee.
it? Because when I look
I don't
down
know
at
how
my
to do
cash
that.
after 4 days and realize, oh, I can pay all of my bills and then put some towards my savings, it makes it really hard to leave. And listen, I've gotten a big girl job, and I've had to quit the
Any
big
plans
girl
for
job.
next
It's
week?
like the first time
You're
I
looking
got a
at it
big
right
girl job,
now.
I was working 40
I'm gonna
hours
be
a
right
week in a
here.
medical office,
You're
and I
doing
was still
my
serving part-time on the
divination.
side. And after looking at my finances and my pay, I realized that I could be making more money full-time serving again than making $21 an hour, 40 hours a week with all the taxes deducted, and then working a part-time job on top of it. At the time I made this realization, I was also being sexually harassed by a provider, and the office manager knew about it. And guess what? I made way more money working one job, serving full-time, than working 60 to 70 hours a week. I was actually struggling to pay.
Believe it or not, I can't tell you how many college
What about you?
graduates, people with master's degrees, bartending right
Luther
beside
not
me.
even tripping off of last night.
In the short term, it's good, but how do you fucking retire?
Hmm.
How do you get stuck?
God, I have to control myself. I almost took a peek.
They're still in it. 37, 38, they're still there. That's how good the money is. That you'll.
Well,
It's kind of sad. Not really.
all right. A lot of the tipping stuff is a little. Well, what didn't Trump get rid of taxes on tips or whatever? I don't even know. But I don't know. I think most people in America, well, I didn't learn it till a few years ago, but you can just not pay your taxes. If you're not working, well, okay. If you're getting tips or if you work for yourself, I mean, you can literally just not pay your tax. It's a bit different if you work for somebody, but don't you get caught eventually? Yeah, eventually you get audited. Um, but as long as you're like keeping receipts of your stuff, and I mean, just nothing ends up like half of the country doesn't pay taxes right now, literally. Whether it's because they run their own business and they get exempt because they're spending stuff on business expenses, which is what I do. Um, or I don't know, they just don't report it. I mean, a lot of the tipper people, I mean, I guess now tips are just scot free, but I don't know. I think it probably does suck living off of tips because these numbers can't stay like that forever, especially during a recession. Because it's like, where are you getting the money? And I mean, a lot of these people who flex how much they made from tips or anything, I mean, they're always like supermodels or something. Like, they're going to make a lot of money no matter what they do. I mean, just to be realistic, oh my God, someone's calling me. But who? Hey. Oh my god, that was fun. And my TV fell asleep. I've talked to him before. I remember his voice. He has a very sexy voice. I mean,
Whether you're a professional or just love
he has a very
your home projects, Harbor Freight offers
pleasant
all
voice.
tools that cover a lifetime guarantee. Harbor Freight.
What games am I playing currently?
Walk on my street.
Oh my god, what am I reading? I crack a what up? Oh my god, you're funny. What games am I playing currently? I play Clash Royale on my phone whenever I have time. I sometimes play Apex Legends, though I haven't had a lot of time. And I used to play things like fighting games, like Street Fighter. But that was mainly when I used to travel the country for tournaments, which I don't do anymore. You should play Persona 5. No, thank you. I want you to play Street Fighter in real life. Again, that is my old life. I don't fight in general anymore. No fighting in video games or in person. It's a big no-no.
Where a lot of these guys, you pay the money and they go through the internet and start filing out things like opt-out requests and basically protect your online digital trail. Now, the reason I don't really go around and promote these things is mostly that I don't really need the money. And, looking at the audience that I have and, the topic that I talk about, I think discussing internet safety and internet security means that taking a sponsorship from even a company like Aura, when you have situations as of very recently where,
Oh my god.
does get exposed, and even if it's not your social security, your financial information, your credit records, even if it's something like your name, email, home address, and phone number,
And then they message me while I'm in the call. Good lord. You can't take a slap back, but it sure feels good in the moment. I can't think of the last time I was actually hit, or if it actually ever happened. It's really weird. Okay. I think the one memory I have of me actually being hit was in 4th grade. Some boy did this weird, I don't know, it was like this thing where the boys would like come up and hit somebody in the belly. They'd say pot belly. And he tried to do it to me. And I got so mad. Because I was like, don't touch me. But yeah, when we ended up being like, 20 years later, when we're adults, he tried to like hook up with me. I have no idea what he's doing now, though. But it seemed like he turned into a little bit of a sex maniac.
Can you commit this morning to not buying Americans' location data?
Opioid addiction gets between you and what you love. Once monthly Sublocade may help you move forward in your recovery. Sublocade with counseling and psychosocial support treats moderate to severe opioid addiction in adults started on an oral.
Will I have the big house? What? Will I have the big house, the money, and nice family?
Buprenorphine should be started after the first signs of withdrawal. Sublocade may cause harm or death if injected in the vein. As an opioid, it may cause serious life-threatening breathing problems. Ask about naloxone for opioid overdose. Get emergency help right away if you're faint, dizzy, sleepy, confused, have problems breathing, seeing, or talking, or if naloxone is given. Don't take with other opioids, benzos, alcohol, or other drugs, including street drugs. This can cause severe drowsiness, decreased awareness, breathing problems, coma, and death. In emergencies, tell medical staff you're on Sublocade for opioid dependence. This is the full list of risks.
I found out there was a black pilot and she flew the plane, and I thought to myself, what are you talking about? I'm gonna call Ghostbusters. That would be really cool if my check hits 1,000 this month off of just tarot. That'd mean I wouldn't have to shake my booty for extra money anymore.
Consistent with the Constitution and the laws under the Electronic Communications Privacy Act, and it has led to some valuable intelligence for us to be utilized for the private partner sector.
So, that's basically the only answer you needed to hear. Yeah, the FBI, when they were asked, basically like, hey, can you just stop buying people's private information, people's location information without a public warrant? Because here's the thing, people are like, well, this has been happening forever.
Felt so good. I flew a plane where there was a black pilot and it made me so attracted. What? I think you just have a thing for black women. Nothing wrong with it. I agree with you. There is nothing wrong with liking black women. We are totally in alignment. Black women are superb. There's no way someone just asked me this. I dreamed about a fat cat resting on my stomach. What does this mean? Okay, I'm skipping this answer. I can't. I'm not gonna do that today. My girlfriend might be pregnant. I'll find you in 20 years. Will you be around? 20 years? I should still be alive in 20 years. Maybe.
So as you're driving through, as you're moving around, your phone will connect to the cell tower. And that's how, again, all these companies are able to triangulate your position. So each time a phone connects to a cell site, it generates a timestamp record known as the cell site information location, CSLI. Wireless carriers collect and store this information for their own business purposes. Here, after the FBI identified the cell phone numbers of several robbery suspects, prosecutors were granted court orders to obtain the records under the Stored Communications Act. So effectively, over here, what they said was Carpenter moved to suppress the data, arguing that the government seizure of these records without obtaining a warrant supported by probable cause violated the Fourth Amendment. So the district court denied the motion. The prosecutors used the records at trial to show that Carpenter's phone was near 4 of the robbery locations at the time the robbery occurred. Carpenter was convicted.
Okay, if I just do one more question, I'll be in the green.
Now, basically, the end run for this was the court held that the government entities actually violate the Fourth.
Is there hope for my relationship with Shay? Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you want to know if there's hope for your relationship with Shay. Going by your cards, the Justice card being in the primary position and reversed does show that things between you two do seem to be a little contentious. There does seem to be an issue between the two of you that hasn't really reached some form of closure. This is backed up by 7 of Wands in the secondary position, which shows that it has made one of you in particular very prickly and defensive when it comes to you. 6 of Swords in the final position and reversed does show that despite all of this conflict, it does seem like neither of you is really willing to move on from the other person. So I do believe that this does mean that both of you are willing to see this through and to have things improve. It's just getting both of you into an aligned mindset that is going to be the primary problem. So I would most likely look into getting a third party to help mediate the conflict between the two of you, and I think you'll both be able to make amends. Now, if you want further details about what the future holds for you later this year when it comes to the two of you, you can give me a call or send me a message. I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. Am I okay? What do you mean?
Well, do you understand how fucked up the situation is?
What do you mean am I okay?
They all sold access to their customers' location information to aggregators. Now, who the fuck are these aggregators? Well, these aggregators for that are big old data. So, for instance, I'll show you one data broker.
Just checking in. Yeah, I'm fine.
Now, if you go to Bentel's website, you probably would be like, I don't understand what you're doing. Mission Critical Geolocation Intelligence, the largest, most trusted, and brightest. I love how they just fucking lie to your face about that too. So basically, you can see over there, and this is all just like incorporating geolocation intelligence.
I'm gonna dress down just a tad.
Down and you have to find out what your mobile advertising ID is for your iPhone or Android, and they kind of barely give you any guidelines on this because ultimately they want to make this as frictionful as possible, right? They want to make this as annoying so somebody doesn't go through this. So you put in your advertising ID, you submit it, and technically they're not supposed to be profiling you anymore. I don't know if they do or they don't, but that is kind of the law. Now, the thing is, the reason why people go out and get like services like Aura in that case is because this is just one company. There are other companies like Babel Street, for instance. You go to their page, for instance, and it looks, see more, no sooner, act smarter. Every second counts. Babel delivers mission-grade risk intelligence. And again, it looks like they're just selling it to law enforcement and military agencies because that's kind of the business that they're in. But in order to actually protect yourself, if you want to save from here, it's not easy to opt out. Look at their page. Do you see the words opt out anywhere? No. In fact, in order to just do this, you have to go to the privacy policy, and then you have to scroll all the way down to this page, and then you have to go get the email and email them and tell them you want to opt out from their surveillance. So that's another organization. And you can imagine how much of a headache this whole thing becomes. In fact, the EFF basically printed out a pretty good guide about this. They basically say that when it comes to mobile applications on your phone, some partner with, data brokers like Complementix or Predicio, where basically they pay you to put their proprietary tracking SDKs in your devices so they can get location data. Some guys are in-stream data brokers where tens of thousands of apps broadcast their location, and data brokers like Mobile Wallet actually participate in the auction to purchase this information. Then these brokers go to places like Gravy Analytics, who then go to Centel, who then go to the Department of Defense, who then can go
I
to
get acne when I experience
the FBI,
suicide
Customs
thoughts.
Border, ICE is
Interesting.
basically here. Look, a few months ago I talked about how ICE was buying zero-click malware to infect people's devices. And you might be like, well, wouldn't they need a warrant to do so? Do you honestly fucking think that a law enforcement agency would just use a warrant every single time, especially when they have zero-click malware that they can just send out to any phone that they have access to? Are you that naive? There's no oversight for this shit. It's fucking crazy. Now, a good example of this is actually back in 2020 when Vice did a pretty good write-up for this, where they found that an application called Muslim Pro was an application which would basically tell you when to pray. So Muslims have to pray 5 times a day. They have to pray in a specific direction. So generally, to do this, you need to give location access to the app, so it can give you the accurate times and direction for your exact location. So you see what's happening over here. Muslim Pro apparently decided to sell that information to Xmode, another.
Come to Chicago in
So immediately,
2040.
according to them, 98
Yeah,
million people
I'll put that on my
across multiple
calendar.
platforms were giving their information to apparently Xmode. And when they were fucking caught, they were like, by the way, we're not going to sell your information anymore. That's wrong. That's not okay. Are you fucking kidding with me? So apparently, down over here, as part of their investigation, Ron Wyden came in. And
You're
basically
like,
in a statement said that Xmode is
shut
selling
up,
location
guy.
data harvested from U.S. phone to U.S. military customers. So basically, lawyers for data broker Xmode Social confirmed that the company is selling data collected from phones in the U.S. to U.S. military customers.
My coffee, please. I don't know how to make any.
So, this whole thing about, it kind of takes me to whenever I talk about, malware that comes out of China, and people are like, I'm not installing Chinese malware on my system. Bro, it doesn't matter what country you go to. In China, they directly get your shit, straight from the government, okay? They just have laws for it. In the U.S., they put this, crazy obstruction, and they say, listen, we're gonna fight for your privacy, but not really, okay? When the U.S. military just has to go to a contractor and buy all the information they want about a specific group of people, that should raise serious alarms. This should not
What?
be
You're the most sarcastic.
normalized in any capacity.
How was I being normal?
What are we doing anymore, man? This should wake you up. People are talking about all these crazy flock cameras being set up around their neighborhood and tracking people's license plates. Fuck that shit. That's bad. Okay? But when the federal agencies are buying your shit en masse, that's scary. So what about individuals that just have enough money to be doing this, right? What if you just have the money to be purchasing all this stuff yourself? Well, I decided to look at other write-ups from this too. So Crepson Security had a great private investigator who decided to go to Babel.
Is that moist critical? No, it is.
Can I buy home addresses in a certain area?
It's the Some Ordinary Gamer guy,
Listening to a sales pitch.
the Indian guy. Sunny D, please. I don't have any right now. Costco Finest. What am I looking at?
This is a Medic's normal attack, and after some setup, this is how Strong can make that same Medic's strongest attack. That is over 225 times the damage. So how did we get here? Vital Hit is an attack that scales in damage based on the average percent of HP your party has.
Big shots and fresh tracks. From Bluebird hits to off-race sprints. Ride 70-plus worldwide destinations. Get your Icon Pass now. Introducing Virtual Up, the latest innovation from Nespresso. It's innovation you can touch, sense, taste in every single cup. Your coffee, your way. Nespresso.
Have to quit gambling. I've been an ass to myself, and I'll zell you once I stop. You're making a lot of promises tonight.
25 times the damage. So how did we get here? Vital Hits is an attack that scales in damage based on the average percent of HP your party has. If you're at full health, you've got yourself one of the better single-target attacks in the game. 1 health remaining, and yeah. This skill is exclusive to entry on its Twin-Volts Medic class, a class that also has a skill that can bring your party's HP percentages above 100%. And of course, if your party's average HP is at 200%, the damage Vital Hit does is doubled. I think you can see where this is going. There is a problem though. Vital Hits and Overheal are the capstone skills of two different skill trees, so you're not even going to get both of them to a relevant level until about halfway through the game. And you also have to ignore everything else you might want a medic to do. That's not ideal, but that isn't the only roadblock. In fact, even if getting both of these skills on the same character was easy, you probably wouldn't
The
want
Lord
to.
will be ashamed of me, for now at
And the
least.
overhealed HP only lasts until the end of the turn. So you spend turn 1 charging your overheal, you spend turn 2 using your party heal to get everyone above 100% health, and when it's time to use Vital Hit on turn 3, your party isn't overhealed past 100% anymore. Not ideal.
I see myself in
This is anything
2040
just have 2 medics
breaking
on the
over
team.
my girl and
Find a girl
marrying a
with
black
access to
woman.
Vital Hits.
I want to get
Your
married
twins
in
is another girl
Ireland.
in the back overhealing the party and getting us the damage boost. This
Before I go, I
strategy
asked a
still has a pretty
question.
major vulnerability. Since
You
overheal
did?
spend a turn charging, the party is left vulnerable to getting killed every other turn. The
Asked
rest of the heal is
above.
still going off. There are a few solutions though. The main solution is to add a third medic.
Any advice for him? Contact me. Any advice? What do you mean exactly? Are you asking for the best advice on how to get him to contact you?
But that first turn when the first overkill is still charging is still a huge liability. Medics have the second.
I said I was done. I'll do it. I'll do yours after this audio. Chris keeps calling. What do you want to talk about? I said I was done. He's free to do him. Hello, this is Shanoa. Now, regarding your question, you mainly just want to know what Chris keeps calling you for and what does he want exactly. Going by your cards, the sun being in the primary position and reversed does show that currently Chris does seem to be really missing some level of comfort and security that you were giving him. This is built upon by the Three of Pentacles in the second position. It shows that due to it being reversed, that whatever he's doing right now or who he's talking to, he's finding that the grass is not greener on the other side. Page of Swords in the final position does show that from him learning that what he thought he wanted isn't being satisfactory to him, that it is making him really want to reach out to you and get you back into his life in a meaningful way. So overall, it just seems as though he's experiencing remorse over wanting to go his own way and kind of kicking you to the curb in a way. But I don't think that you should let him back in, since he did seem to kind of squander what you were giving him. Now, if you want further information about what the future holds between the two of you further along in the year, or if you want to know what romantic options work best for you in the next few months, you can give me a call or send me a message. Okay, I'm free tonight. I'm free. I'm free. I did it. I hit my record. My record of... Never mind, it didn't count. I thought I got my record.
For us, Vital Hits
Okay.
is built as an experimental way. Exclusive to Equinox Instrumental, the
Can you traffic me for a few days? You might have to break me in. What?
sitting in the back and spamming the super effective elemental move like you're playing a Pokemon game. While they're still technically capable of doing that, this game gives them an entirely new skill tree, Palm Mastery. The elemental palm attack skill
Has the energy had shifted since yesterday with the tower moment? And if so, advice on how to handle his energy versus before. Hopefully, yeah.
on top of giving them a specific damage boost. And yes, this effect is applicable to almost every damaging skill in the game, including Vital Hits. But there are a few issues with this. First, the elemental palms are only usable by the first row, where you take more damage from enemy attacks. And alchemists are by far the squishiest class in the game. Fortunately for us, this game has a class tree system. We can take any
I want Rahana. Don't we all?
We will be creating our third medic.
Let's see.
And immediately changing
What is the best prescription?
Medic's distribution is just way better at existing in the front lines. having higher HP, strength, physical defense, and action speed, while still having
It's a good
second
card.
magic stat in the game.
It's showing you to be patient, to not push for anything, and to simply wait it out. Let him process whatever he's dealing with, and I think you'll get the best interactions from him. What else? 3 of Pentacles, which is kind of what you're already doing, which is just being willing to work with him on whatever issues he presents to you, since it does seem like he ends up eventually venting about whatever is bothering him.
They can be used to boost your effectiveness at the level cap, or more importantly, give your other party members skills from other classes. You can get copies of nearly every
3 of
skill in the game,
Cups.
including enemy exclusive skills, and you can put them on anyone you want. What this means for our
Well, you
party
already
is that
want to
not
go
only
see
do you get the
him.
elemental immune pulse or medic, which will change the
I guess it's just reminding you that that is on the table between the two of you. Wait, that was 2 3s. It's something important. It's something important when there's 2 of the same number in a reading. I'm trying to remember. I know I wrote it down in my personal notes. It means something when you draw 2 of the same number back to back.
And making them hit harder. They can provide a ton of value to nearly any team, and ours is no exception. There is one trooper skill in particular that stands out for our team composition.
Okay, where is it? Ooh, I see it.
That raises their max HP. This seems like it would work great with Metalheads, since it can bring our health to even higher values.
2 3s, 2 3s, 2 3s.
Overheal and Barbaric March actually change different stats. The Medic's Overheal skill changes the current amount of HP you have. It does not touch your max HP value. Meanwhile, the Troubadour's Barbaric March only changes their max HP value. When Vital Hit checks their party's max HP percentage, it divides
Why is it
their
not in
HP by
order?
max HP. So all Barbaric March does is shift their baseline potential terrorism.
2 3s means safety. So it's a good omen. So yeah, the most you can do is just keep doing what you're doing. Just be patient. Let him sort out his feelings. You do need to go ahead and see him.
And the elemental preludes provide elemental imbues to basic attacks, as well as providing a damage buff. The preludes don't give their elemental imbues to skills like Battle Hit, though, so they don't obsolete the elemental
What?
skills. But their
These are
damage
some
does
insane quotes you're saying right now. This is
in
insane.
this game, most that fall into the same general category of just increasing the damage you deal are coded to suffer from diminishing.
I know, Sai. I'll go see him. Yeah, you do that.
Warrior Song is one of these damage increasers.
You handle up on him.
It's just elemental abuse. Nothing to see there. Move along. And the Fantasia skills? No.
You tell Luther
They're just a way to mitigate the
to make sure he brings the Starbucks
It's just a convenient side effect.
to cool you both off.
They're in all of their ultimate glory. So we've got our team. Our primary
Since he wants a spot on the team, he can be the towel boy.
Deal damage with metal hits on turns when Metagirl does a full party overheal. Beatrice the Beast and Ruby the Troubadour's jobs are to make sure our damage engine has as much uptime as possible by making sure everyone stays alive. And on
Okay,
turns
but
when
you need to
stays
go,
alive, they can provide buffs to our party damage.
and you need
So let's
to
walk through what
rest
anyone
up
will walk by the blank.
for your week.
This is Artulin. She is weak to ice. And this is Wilhelm. He is weak to fire. On our first turn against this boss, our 2 damage dealers use Fire Palm to imbue their next attacks with the gunner's weakness. Our beast uses Hit Taker to redirect damage to himself. We need to do this because the gunner's opening attack is a damage roll to kill our other 2 frontliners. I learned that lesson the hard way. Our support medic charges an overheal, and our Troubadour casts a party-wide attack buff.
Sounds weird, but I have 2 boyfriends. Yeah, you're living in the future. There will be many such cases as time progresses.
Flonase relieves your worst allergy symptoms. You can start feeling better the same day. Save your relationship with nature. Flonase. Fact. Just for Men shampoo and color has 15 shades for the most natural look.
Even when I go back, Luther going to be fighting for my attention. Yeah, you got to keep him busy. He just wants a spot. Just make him feel like he's doing something.
You came into this battle with a buff that will be first dice in that gets half of our party. This nullifies the mage's first attack. Turn 2 is an overheal turn, so we can use our big fire immune vital hits on the gunner. Before we make Palmer use vital hits, I make him activate his Force Beast. Remember how I mentioned that the Beast class can spend meter to triple their HP? The Alchemist version of the skill gives them an extra 65% damage multiplier for 3 turns that activates when hitting an enemy's elemental weakness. It's pretty good. Our Beast will not be tripling our HP, even though it would multiply our vital hit damage by 1.4. You'll see why soon. Since this is
Thanks for putting up with me. You want my dad's Instagram? I cannot receive contact outside of this platform. I'm sorry. What shoujo of an anime? Sounds like you're approaching Fruits Basket level.
Look at these numbers. This is the power of multiplicative damage stacking. And remember, this is without.
What? That was a good one. I mean, at least they're not turning into animals.
Because in the next 2 turns,
Oh yeah, some of my ESP showing. Ooh, let me tackle my watch laters. Have lots of good, spicy videos. Luther is Yuki. Gregory is Kyo. Yeah. Gregory is definitely a Kyo. Luther is like a much messier Yuki. I forget who I was into in that one. I think I was mainly into the villain. I think I was mainly into the villain.
That's crazy generous. That's crazy generous. I'm gonna turn off this Bipsy because I don't want to look at her anyway. Critical text and thank you for the $5. Somehow making $30 an hour has not increased my Tinder matches. No, that women have their own money. Women have their own money now. Money doesn't get you women. It just doesn't. You have to have millions and millions of dollars.
Meanwhile, Yuki didn't even want Toru, just her attention. Really makes you think.
Wage, don't think that it's not. It's a good wage. Hey Raymond, I'm 40 male. How the fuck do I quit drinking?
Wow.
It's a problem for 20 years.
You are actually insane.
I've already lost people I love. I know I will lose my house next. Just can't find a way. Much love. You are more valuable than you think. Okay. So, Kinetics, I am gonna, let me read through here. Thank you for that very generous $100, first of all. Obviously, this is something that is near and dear to your heart. I'm going to turn off everything else so I can focus on this for a second.
Oh, more confirmation that I ignored.
What do you mean by...
You don't hate me, though. Lil cray cray, okay?
Physiologically dependent?
Lil cray cray. I might turn that into a song.
A day without it. It would quit. Like, are you physiologically dependent? As in you get the shakes if you go a day without it. If you've been drinking for 20 years and you can't stop, you probably need to go to the hospital. One of my biggest regrets is not going to the hospital sooner.
I don't take anything seriously. That's my toxic trait. I live like Toru, literally.
I'm drunk or
Oh
I have a
no.
drinking problem, and
No wonder they're
they
madly
admit
in
you
love
for-
with you.
Then you tell them how much you drink, they'll admit you for 72 hours. One of my
I wouldn't be
biggest regrets in
surprised if
life
there's a mystery third
is
lurking around the
that I didn't
bushes.
go to the ER sooner. Period. I should have went when I was 24, 23, 22. I towards the end there, especially, I mean, it was a complete
It's
physiological. And
Tatiana.
you get to a point where you just give up. If you're at a place where you're about to lose your house, I wouldn't worry about a hospital bill. Because, and if you say you still have a career in design, I mean, if you have health insurance, even if it's a $10,000 deductible, I would rather pay a $10,000 deductible for a hospital stay than lose my house. I'd rather work out a payment plan with the hospital. And you can work out a payment plan with the hospital. They have to work with you. They'll work with you on the price. If you are at the point where it's physiological dependency, you have to get medically detoxed. Alcohol.
But I'm good in my Yuki and Kyo. Yeah. You got your hands full.
Now, the only thing that worked for me for long-term sobriety was completely changing my environment.
What city am I in? I live on the moon.
And I'm not saying pro AA or not pro AA. It's you meet some amazing people in AA, and meetings are free, and there's never harm in going to a meeting. The only way that I can stay sober is if I don't live in a city. And
Please don't be like that.
specifically like Columbus, New York, bigger cities like that. And
I live on my face.
and completely put a pause on my life.
I'm in Louisiana.
Get rid of every social connection I have. Period. And one day at a time, yes. It's trans. One day at a time. After I spent 5 days in ICU getting
Eventually we
stabilized,
will
and I
exchange. Oh my
realized that I
god.
wouldn't die of a seizure. I lived and stayed with my parents for 45 days. The day I went back to Columbus, I started drinking again. Relapsing is so easy, as you know. Anytime you quit, you want to make a habit, you got to change your whole life. I had to change my whole life. I had to change
But that's on my terms.
every aspect of my social life and social circle.
I don't think I'd mind.
I had to change my direct environment. I could not live in that apartment in that city anymore. I had to not be physically around alcohol in any capacity. Period. And it took a year to be able to be around people that were drinking. I remember I went to my 15-year high school reunion. It was like maybe 20 people from high school showed up to it. It was this big mansion house.
I reside in Chicago and Florida. Chicago, a lot of hooligans. You sure? Yes, I'm very sure.
And I just sat there and everybody's like, "Oh, you want some?" Not really. It smelled like shit, and I just didn't want. Like I left. I just left. Came home and ate fruit. I had to change my entire dietary habits.
Oh my
For
god.
me, it took completely upending my life. Now, here's the thing. You are actually at a point where you're drinking all the time for 20 years straight, 40 million, you lose your house. You need to go to detox and rehab.
And you got to find a way to make that happen. Because the only thing, because your brain is going to play tricks on you and make you not want to. Those people are experts. They're actually paid to medically intervene and help you stabilize. They will help you. Be prepared to fall in love with the nurse, that's for sure. It was horrible. They put me in
Let me know.
the intensive care unit for head trauma. They thought that I had, what do they call it? Bursaries or something like that.
Wow.
Vassaries. There's something where your blood vessels like come through your esophagus.
You are so out of
You
control.
basically bleed out. Varices. They thought I had varices. I will say this.
Let's see.
I spent years thinking that it would never get better. I spent well over a decade thinking it would never change, thinking I would always be broke, thinking that I would never get a handle on my physical health, thinking that it was just, I'm just fat now and I drink and I'm just, gonna die from it. There was a certain amount of resignation to that in the back of my head. Much like the stories you hear about the people who have signed up for things like MAID.
Oh, okay. I'll see you later. I'll check my thing when I'm free. Oh my god.
He said to a T every single, because for some reason he observed them. And he said to a T, every single one of those people that signed up for MAID, as soon as the injection or whatever went in, they started fighting for their lives. Every single one. With no exceptions. And the doctor had to basically put them down. You may think now, and people in the chat, I'm talking to people in the chat too. You may think right now that you're ready to die. You may think that it's going out in this glory or some kind of just resignation to the protests of the world and the inequities of the world and how I'm putting myself to death despite them all. Trust me. Trust me. When you're facing that long dark tunnel, the light at the end of it, can't keep the water down. Coming in and out of consciousness. You're confused, you're disoriented, you don't know what's going on.
Okay, I'll go ahead and shut this one down since I do need a shorter night. And it's been 3 hours. Fun stream.
You will want to